Hi everyone, it's Karen and I'm back to share with you my design team package from AngeldreamcraftsKim on Etsy. And the shop is back up and running, and Kim is busy stocking it with new goodies. And these are the goodies that she has sent for me to create with. And so I'm just going to go through and show you them in some detail. And I will leave links to the shop in the description box below so you can easily, with one click, go over and have a look. And keep checking because I know that she's buying right now and restocking. And also, I will leave links to the Facebook group and the Instagram account. And you can pop over and join those as well. And often there are heads up given in those groups to let you know when designers have posted videos and also when new items go into the store. I will also leave links to the very talented designers that Kim has on the design team so that you can go over and see what they are creating and see what they got in their design team packages. Let's start with this pink one. Her pretty gathered trims. She generally carries these in the store in pink and beige and white, different. Some of them are laces with the material, some of this one's with netting. And the fabric, the pink fabric in the back, they are gathered with a stitch along the top. And they're very versatile to work with. I mean, let alone you can make a simple flower in just seconds by just, putting that together in a circle. And there's your base for your flower. And you can flip that either way. It wouldn't matter. And then, you just, even just a piece of this applique, the large flower in the center could be your center of your flower. And boom, you have a flower. I know you can't see that really well because the applique kind of covers the whole thing, but let's see if I can fold this up a little better. Not really, but there. I mean, you have such a pretty flower in just minutes. And if you wanted to put another layer of lace in there, you could, or you can roll this on itself and make a little bit bigger flower if you wanted one that was a little bigger in size. I just love these ruffled trims for this reason. They really lend themselves. Look how pretty that flower is. And then you would just pop something in the center. This is another applique that she has sent me. And that could go right in the center of there. Look how pretty that would look. You could even leave this part dangling down like that and have it as a flower with a dangle as well. So pretty. And then we already picked these up, so let's have a look at them. I love her appliques. This one has a shiny thread in it and it's quite long. And I love cutting these up because I just find that you get so many uses out of them if you cut them up into different sections, and you can see all the different areas there where you could easily cut that. It would look amazing down the side of something too if you had quite, wanted to use it down the side of a journal or on the spine of a journal. It would look gorgeous for that too. Here's two more smaller ones. They're sold as a set of two, and they are also really pretty. And like I showed, how beautiful is that with the flower and like a dangle coming down? And that could be the center of the flower, that could be tucked beside another flower you make and then just be dangling down. Wall hanging, pouch, journal, so many places that you could use that. So pretty. This is a gorgeous lace. She has been carrying this in the shop. This will be something I think she will continue to carry. She had it in this color, creamy color, and also in a taupey color. And I love this shape here. Butterfly wings, angel wings. I've used that for both. The florals, the hearts, and then this piece at the top for an edging around a photo or just to add to layer with another lace. Honestly, I've used it in all the pieces more than I have individual. This little piece here that looks like two little scrolls, I turn it this way and I use that as a little bow and add a little piece of bling or something, a pearl in the center. And to me, that looks just like a little bow. these two little things here that look like two E's backing on each other. So many uses, as many of her laces are. Just so many uses. You're not just, you know, you don't just buy the lace for it just to use it for one thing, but so many uses. So this is another one of my favorites. It has the raised stitching on it, so it's very tactile, really pretty, very obvious right and wrong side. And it's wide. I think it's about 3 inches wide, and it just has, again, cutting it up and using it. You can gather this type of lace as well if you want to gather it. This one is really pretty when I make the dresses on my little angels. This gathers up and looks really pretty. You can see how pretty that would look as the skirt. So many uses for this one too, and a real true white, very pretty. I think this would probably take a dye really well and would look quite pretty. I think maybe the threads might even take on a slightly different color amount of the dye than the background, so you might get more of a two-tone. I haven't tried dyeing that one, but I think it would dye very nicely. This one that she's stocking regularly, she has had it in pink and white, and I love it. It's a netting with sequins, two white sequins and a iridescent type sequin. These little flowers on, and I have cut these again. I've cut the flowers out and used them. I've cut pieces of the sequin out and used it. There's little leaves on here too, all in sequins, and it is just so pretty. As part of a layering, I find layering with it is just, it looks so pretty. This keeps on getting caught on my sweater. Wants to join me. This one is another one that's super pretty. This is a gross grain ribbon in the background, and then it has this gorgeous netting gathered on top, and then pearls that are riveted in. So they're not going anywhere. They are nice and permanent on there. And this is really pretty for layering as well. You can see that laying on top of this lace even. And you can see this is a true white. This is more of a yellowy cream color as compared to this, which is more of the beige cream. So nice complementing colors to each other, and is really pretty too. This is one of my favorites. I love this trim. It's a pretty size. It's got beautiful detailing on it. It's a bit shiny, the thread in it, and it's got like almost like a polka dot effect in the center, and then a ruffly effect, a scallopy on the edge. And I've cut these out and used them individually to make a flower, so each one would be a petal. I've used them also a couple together tucked beside a flower as a couple of leaves, and then I've also used it as an actual layering with a longer dangle trim behind it or a longer piece of lace behind it. And always I've used it. It turns out it looks really pretty. So that one I think is a really good buy. This one is a very light pink. It's eyelet type lace, and it's the insertion lace, so you can wind a ribbon very easily through there. You can also wind beads through here. I've done that as well, and both ways that it looks really pretty. And it's a nice size, about 1/2 inch, so really nice as around photos or layering with other pieces. Another way I've used it is on top of the little holes, just add a little flower that you've cut out. Change the whole appearance of the lace or the trim by doing that. You could take the flower from this lace and you just put it, it's kind of hard to do, and I don't like to cut things up ahead of time because I'm never sure what I'm going to do. But you would lay that little flower right on top there. So you would still see these little flowers in the pink, and then there would be the beige flower in between, and you get a whole different look to your lace. Maybe I'll just do it. There's one right on the end here, and these, it's so easy to cut. You just cut your little threads that are attaching this flower to the rest of the lace. So there's just these little teeny weeny threads. Use a nice sharp scissor I've just sharpened these little ones so they're pretty sharp. Because normally they get pretty dull, as I use these for paper and lace. And then you've got your little flower. Like I said, you place it on like that, and then you would carry on placing those in between here. It's maybe a little big, this one, but you would place those along, and these would peek out on either side. You'd have these flowers going in between. You could also do little bows. I don't know if Kim currently has bows in her shop. I have a stash of my own as well. You can make the bows up, but I'm just, to save time, and I got a good deal, you can see how you could put little bows on there too, and how pretty that. You've totally changed the appearance of this lace in just seconds by adding. I almost like the bows better than the flower. I'm going to put the bow on there. And you can see these peek out on either side of the bow, and then each one of these would have a bow on it. And how cute of a trim do you have? Just gotta let your imagination just go, or when you're looking at a trim or a lace, just to see, what do you see? It's the same as with this lace. When you look at it, what do you see? I see butterfly wings, angel's wings, florals. I see hearts. I see bows. And you just got to let your imagination go, and you will see all the potential in a lace or a trim. This is another beauty that she's been carrying in the shop. Absolutely love this. It's heavily beaded. It's a gorgeous piece. Again, cutting it apart, you can see it's got a netting in the background, and you just cut right along. It's so easy to do. You never have to worry. You just cut right on the netting and go in between the threads. The only place I see a join is right here, possibly with this bead, and I don't have my glue gun on, but otherwise you just put a little bit of glue on the back and put your silicone spatula on there and let it dry, and then you can cut right through there and you won't lose your bead. And that's all you have to do. Then you can cut this flower out separately, this one separately, or leave this one attached to that and cut it here. And again, there's a possible join here where the threads go across. So again, a little bit of glue on the back. You can use your white glue too if you want. You just have to wait for it to dry. And you put some glue on there and let it dry. Just the hot glue dries so quickly, it's much nicer to use. But if you were going to use some of it, you just go ahead and put your glue on and flip it upside down and let it dry, and then you can cut right through those spots, and you won't lose any of your beads or any of your little sequins that are all on the edges of here. But look at how sparkly this is, and isn't it just gorgeous? And it looks beautiful in anything you want to put it on. Especially, I find it looks even prettier when you take just pieces of it and add it to your project. It's just so pretty. I did get 2 of these beautiful appliques, so you will get 2 of those as well if you're ordering. If you're not sure of numbers or whatever, just like I said, there's just with an easy click down below, you can go and check out her beautiful Etsy shop, and she's very clear in all the descriptions, tells you exactly how many you get. So we'll just have a look at the bling. She's got these beautiful pearls in the shop. I absolutely love these. They have the little rondelles. They have a gold topper on them. It's easy to attach them with a jump ring, a ball pin, or just sewing them right onto an area on your project, and they dangle off, and they're so pretty. And they're a good size pearl. They're about 10 or 11 millimeter pearl, like that. Little sewing machine, charm, a beautiful key with a dream on it. Let's get it the right way. There we go. Dream. So pretty. These look really nice, just attached with a ribbon on tying as a tie on your closure for your journal. Or just put that on there. Another little extender or charm. You can add it or hang it this way. You can actually cut these little things off and just file it down with a sanding block or I use a heavy like acrylic nail file, and use it just as a center. You can also put it on something and can just tuck those little ends in underneath. This one it's a little harder to do because you don't have but I might be able to do it. Yeah, I can. You just tuck it in like that under the fabric, and then it becomes a little center without those little loops on the sides. A couple of really pretty butterflies. Aren't these just, look at the sparkle. And that's one thing Kim, when she buys the sparkly pieces, they're always a beautiful, beautiful sparkle on them. The stones stay put. I have pieces that are years old now, and none of the stones have fallen out. Very good quality. And these both have the loop on the back, so they're very easy to attach. And if you want to put it a ribbon through it, you can just actually add a piece of wire and twist it onto the back to make the loop bigger, or add a jump ring and then be able to put your ribbon through there. One of the little pearly crown charms, so cute. It's a flat back actually. It's not, I guess it's not technically a charm. It doesn't have a way to, although you can put a jump ring through one of the little holes on the side of the crown, it would hang. But these also are really cute. I use them on my paper dolls as little crowns on their heads, and they're really cute for that. And then this is a little dress charm. Isn't it cute? It's got such beautiful detailing, a little crisscross on the front of the dress, the bodice, a loop to hang it, and then the pink pleats in her dress. And it's got the gold as the accent. Did I get everything? Yes, I think I did. So that is my beautiful design team project. Can't wait to get busy and finish off some projects that I have started, but I'm just waiting for these gorgeous details to add to them. And I will be back probably next week and have my first design team project to share with you, and then have more for the month of March, which is marching up very quickly here, and so is daylight savings time, and our days are getting longer, and winter is soon going to be behind us, which I'm always happy to see it go. And so come back and see what I have created with these gorgeous, yummy things from Kim's shop. Check out the shop and get some yummy goodness for yourself, and check out the designers and see what they are creating. And thank you all for coming by. I appreciate you so much. Subscribe and give me a thumbs up if you have a minute to do so. Leave me a comment if you want to, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now.